Hello, I'm Graham. Welcome to Graham's Gregorian Grotto. Cue music. This week's episode is dedicated to my dear friends Mike and Helen, who are due to get married this weekend, but the coronavirus has put paid to those plans. This week, I shall be introducing you to some of the neumes, but first, a recap of last week. Gregorian chant is written on a 4-line stave, as opposed to the modern 5-line one. The clef used, and its position, can be used to identify where the semitones lie. A C clef indicates the position of Do, and an F clef indicates the position of Fa. That was the recap. Neumes. Rhymes with flumes, and they're just as exciting. The two most basic sorts of neumes, indicating a single note, are punctum and virga. They are, for all intents and purposes, the same. For the sake of my tutorial, when comparing them to modern notation, we can think of them as lasting the length of a quaver. Here is the Gloria Patri for tone or mode 5. At the moment, you don't need to understand the significance of the tone or mode. You will see that every note, excluding the alternative ending, is a punctum. Some of these puncta have dots after them. This indicates a lengthening. The vertical lines that look like bar lines separate the musical phrases. One would always breathe at a full bar line, for example, at the end of the top system. The breath at quarter bar lines is optional, for example, after the word filio. The other thing to consider, if we remember back to episode 1, is the position of the semitone intervals. One of these would be between the line containing the C clef and the space below it. The other semitone interval is positioned between the bottom line of the stave and the space directly below it, but this particular passage doesn't go that low. This is my interpretation of the chant. That's enough for today's instalment for you to absorb. Next time, I'll be looking at more complex neumes and melismas. I've been Graham, and this has been episode 2 of Graham's Gregorian Grotto.